Yes, guys. Hello and welcome back to the Bench Warmers. Already, I can't even with this guy. Bro, what's up with you, man?
You know,
Oh,
we
Tens.
are giving 15 minutes. We are
What's
giving
I
going
can't
on,
15
even
bro?
get
minutes.
through the intro there.
What's going
Like,
on?
what?
How are you
What's this
guys
guy
doing?
on today? Tell you what, man.
Good win, good win.
Good win. Good
You know
win.
what I was thinking, Mark? You beat the world champion, you beat the defending champion. It's just a pity you're
Thank you,
not a
sir.
champion.
Man
But
U is
Thank you.
back.
Thank you.
Manchester United is back. Back to the glory form. Man's on cloud 9 right now. But yes, guys, welcome to the
If there's
Bench
such a thing as
Warmers.
Cloud 10, I'm on Cloud 10.
Cloud 10.
Cloud
Wow.
10.
I guess no better place to start than Manchester United, Liverpool, or I should say Liverpool, Manchester United. Manchester United winning back-to-back games in the Premier League for the first time under Ruben Amorim.
yeah,
Liverpool losing 4 on the bounce, first time since, what was it, 2014 or something like that? But yeah, this guy is happy.
well, go
Give
on,
you a
Mark.
space there. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you take first dibs.
Okay. So, first and foremost, I need you guys to address me as Mr. Wavz on this show. That's the first thing. Second thing, there will be no Manu banter or disrespect on this particular podcast. The third thing is, I told you guys, yo, I told you, I said it. I said, Amal, what did I say to you? I said, if not no, then when? Remember I said it. And I said, the delusional Manu fan in me is going to predict a 2-1 victory. I said it. What happened? 2-1. Liverpool. There are fans all over the internet talking about 8-0, 7-0, talking about their season starts now, talking about Manchester United have not won at Anfield in 10 years, bringing up Juan Mata and Wayne Rooney and just going off. Listen, you guys got spanked. You guys were trash. Cody Gak post. Woo!
Oh
Listen.
man,
Man, I
it
have
doesn't
some
happen
Liverpool
often.
friends
So
and they're missing. Like, I cannot hear from those guys.
phone
Like,
disconnected, right?
disconnected phones. Like, man, I tell you. Listen, back to back wins for Ruben.
Yeah.
I said it to you guys. I said, back the man. Do not follow all these pundits who are saying, hey, Ruben out, Ruben out. We've seen it before. Give the man some time. We want a coach to come in who is going to try and implement a system. Ruben is trying to implement a system. He's trying his best to get the players to play in a particular way, not the chaotic football that we've seen for the last 2, 3 seasons where we're trying to grind out results. Yesterday's result, it wasn't pretty. We did not play well. We, were on the back foot because Liverpool had majority of the ball. But we defended well, we scored what we needed to, and the team morale and spirit was very high. So I'm not saying, hey, this is a turning point or this is Manu who are now going to go on a run, because I know Manu will turn around and get 3-0 from Brighton. But the fact that we spanked Liverpool, I'm good for the week. I'm good for the month.
Oh
Hey,
man.
I'm
Yeah, I mean,
nice.
how can you say you guys didn't play well though? I thought you guys played well, at least for 70 minutes,
The
This is what
first half,
65,
they
70
were
minutes.
good.
Yeah.
But the second half, we were under pressure. I think Liverpool had 64% of that ball. On another day,
Yeah, but
Gakpo
still,
maybe scores two of those.
possession doesn't
If we're being
necessarily
honest.
mean that you
Yeah,
guys didn't play well. I still
that is
think you
true.
guys played well.
But
You
I,
guys did come under pressure in the
Pressure was real.
last part, yeah.
It was not
Until
a
that Harry
well
Maguire goal.
controlled game from our standpoint. We were under pressure, but the guys defended well. Our keeper, he can catch the ball and he can make simple saves, which is all we ask. That's all we ask. We don't want anything spectacular. Catch the ball, save when you need to save. That's it. Nothing else. He did that. So,
All right.
hey, I'm happy, guys. I am
Oh,
happy.
you must be happy, bro,
Yep, you guys
because,
see my new jacket, my new shades.
my gosh.
All right,
Better than the
so
clown outfit, yeah?
No clown outfit today, guys.
Yeah,
None.
yeah.
all right, so I don't want I won't take away anything from a victory, because I've been on this thing and I've said champions find a way to win, right? So good win. Didn't expect it, but good win nonetheless. No, we had a conversation yesterday. I hope you remember we were talking about Nottingham Forest last season and the style of play that Nottingham Forest implemented, where soak up pressure, catch you on the counter, right? No, the ball game that Manu played yesterday was very similar, if not the same thing. They defended the hell out of that, and they tried to counter Liverpool, which is what they did. Long ball. There was no playing out from the back. Anything all they played through the middle. And it worked because Liverpool, and I said this last time, Liverpool defense is shaky at best right now. Right? So it's obvious that you guys came with a game plan. It worked, and you stick with it for most of the game. Right? Which is why, because I feel like you kind of gave up position to Liverpool somewhat, right? Allow them to have the ball. If Gakpo had, capitalized on some of those chances, it'd probably be a different game, But I guess it's whoever come out playing the best on the day really wins, and that's what Manu did. Yeah, y'all play a good game. When you guys attacked, when you did, you look really well. Through Cunha and Mboimo. So that was decent. I know that Bruno. I mean, I'm still not seeing the Bruno that everybody keeps talking about. Bruno looked average most of the good chunk of the game, probably even last, right? But overall, fairly decent win. You said it. I don't think you guys turned a page, but I can see where you guys can build from it. And if you could keep Mboimo, Cunha, and Ahmad a baller. I will say this every day of the week. Ahmad a baller. If you can keep those three guys fit, bro, and in form, y'all got more games to win.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, Manchester United, man, I give you guys credit. Can't take anything away from you. The first half for me was exceptionally well. This is what I saw in that game. The passing going forward was good. You guys were just boom, 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 fast. You took the game to Liverpool, and Liverpool couldn't handle that. Liverpool on the other end, on the other side, they did not take the game to you guys. I was wondering, you guys know Manchester United in the middle of the park is not good. Why, work the middle of the park? But no, they weren't doing that. They kept trying to go out to the wings, and I mean, I get it. Gakpo and Salah, you try to get him in the game, but I thought they could have worked the middle of the park more. Even saying that, Casemiro, I think, had a good game. He had a decent game. And yeah, you guys, the first half, like I said, was very good. Where I was a bit disappointed is that I think you guys came out to the second half and said, okay, let's just try to protect this league that we have, instead of continuing what you guys did in the first half. Because then once you guys gave up possession to Liverpool, you saw Liverpool now starting to click, starting to, apply that pressure. I feel
Yep.
like if you guys just kept doing what you guys did, it could have had a clean sheet. But credit to the Manchester United players, credit to Ahmad, like you said, Ahmad and and Brian Mbuemo on
on
that
that right
right hand side.
Deadly.
problem.
It was too much
Problem.
for Kirkes. Kirkes,
Yeah,
I'm
Kirkes
sorry.
hasn't found. Is yeah,
I'm
no.
sorry, but
Kirkes is
yeah,
is no nothing. Virgil and Konate seem like I don't know what's going on with them two.
Virgil is yelling at everybody.
That
Listen,
first goal
That's
was literally
crazy.
him.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Failing to,
So
who was he supposed to mark? I don't remember. Failing to mark his man, and yeah, it
yeah, yeah.
was
So Virgil, I don't know if something is going on internally with the club, but they, seem to be yelling at each other on the pitch. Can't seem to have that chemistry going. Before I talk about Liverpool, I want to give Ruben Amorim some credit as well for the team that he put out. Mark, even you were saying you don't want to see Dallo, you don't want to see Maguire, and
yep.
those two guys for me. I mean, Dallo had an okay game,
No,
but Maguire,
Dalat was poor. He was the poorest player on the field.
I
The
mean,
player ranking says it.
yeah,
Every fan forum says it. We saw it with our own two eyes. He did not have a good game. He was
I mean, he
okay.
was just okay. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Defensively, he was sound. Going forward, a lot of miscues, a lot of mispasses. He was poor.
You also said you didn't want to see Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw had a good game.
Still don't
Luke
want to see
Shaw
him.
defensively had a good game.
Yep.
So all these players you're saying, you don't want to see them.
I
They were the
don't.
ones who actually, you know, brought something to the game. But yeah, so credit to Ruben Amorim for that. But Arne Slot, man, I don't know.
He gonna
Arne
do.
Slot, question
but
marks all over
was it?
him and his team
Did I
selection.
say I could have sworn last not the last podcast, the one before that I was on, and I said to you that it's very easy for a coach to come in and coach really good players.
Yeah,
And honestly, got a team that was clicking,
ready made. Yeah.
ready made. Barely had to make any change. They were firing, right? Now we're gonna see what he's
Yep.
made of. They are
And I
not.
said this. I said
Yeah,
this. Before, and everybody was saying, "Oh, especially if they get Isak, they're gonna run out of the league." I said, "Guys, I don't think so. I don't
if
think
he
so."
if he came in and was playing, but he's not ready. So he's
I,
not ready.
yeah, I said,
Salah,
listen, the whole
Salah's not
team.
playing nothing.
I even said, the interaction with Salah and Verts, that's gonna be a question mark for me. And they haven't been clicking. They just don't look good.
But you
And
remember, I even said it to you that when do we start talking about Mo Salah going on the bench? Because again, as you guys saw yesterday,
That's what I was just gonna say.
couple of those
Why wait until
chances,
he came off the pitch in what the 84th, 86th minute?
yeah,
That
yeah.
was way,
And
way
even that
too long.
substitution,
you know. And so the thing about Salah is usually with a player, and I think Dre and I we've spoken about this. Like when you get up in age, you tend to just
Slow
fall
down.
off,
Yeah.
and there's no signs of it. It just happens. But when you look at Salah, to me, I don't see where he's slower than he was maybe a season ago.
I
It's
I
said
just
don't
more.
see where he's less
scam
physical,
Liverpool, scam
but there's
Liverpool.
just something in his game that's just not right. Like I'm looking, I'm like, listen, we all know Salah always scores against Manchester United, always, and I don't think he came close
No,
yesterday,
He did,
right?
and he didn't even hit the ball
he
hard.
didn't come close
I
because he was
I
close
don't
to the
think that was
goal.
close
He
because
was close to the goal
you,
physically. That ball went.
Yeah, I
You
don't
see
know
me?
what he did
you know.
there.
So I mean, and the thing is, right? Things that we have been saying are kind of coming to fruition now because remember when Liverpool were on that 5 game winning streak, if you guys remember, against Newcastle had 10 men, and
Took the
Newcastle
game to them.
should have had a result against them
They should
in
have
that
won.
match.
Yeah.
And then they end up scoring and winning in the 97th minute.
Same thing
And we
with
have been,
Burnley. It was
right?
a last
Burnley,
minute penalty
last minute
that Burnley
penalty,
should have gotten
right?
something from
Yep.
that too.
So that's how they were winning matches. And we were saying, hey,
That ain't
yes,
gonna last.
champions find a way to win, But based on what we're seeing, we just don't see that championship team because they weren't clicking. They were winning, but we just weren't seeing that, yes, this is a championship team. Now, mark you, we're not counting them out. They're only 4 points behind. They have an immense of talent within that side still. But as is right now, I can tell you if this was Manchester United, and I mean, give him credit for winning the league last year. But if this was a Manchester United coach, there would be every news channel, every forum calling for a sack, right? But
After
he has
4 games, I don't
grace.
think so. I don't think after 4 games they were calling for Amorim to be sacked. Everybody
Oh
was
yeah,
still saying he needs
when
time with the team. I don't think after
when
4.
you coach Manchester United, I'm telling you. But Slot has grace and credit because he won the league. He went to the Champions League semis or quarters last year? Quarterfinals?
Otters, yeah.
I think. Yeah, like so he has grace, and I mean Liverpool, to me, they played fairly well yesterday. They
Oh
just
no,
did not get the ball in the net.
I
Wasn't a
disagree.
great
No, bro.
performance, but
I
Defensively, they were
well, yeah.
defensively,
trash.
No,
defensively they're the same. They're not far off from where they've been defensively.
yeah,
Really and truly. The issue, what was
No, I
always
wouldn't even
saving
say
them and
that.
covering
No,
them, is that they were always scoring goals.
yeah.
no. Because remember, the main issue last season was just Trent when it comes to defense. Trent was the only one letting the defense down.
But yeah, but goals were still scoring on them, so
Van
they haven't
Dijk.
really solved that. They haven't solved
No, no,
that.
they're worse defensively this year. They're worse defensively. They already conceded way more goals than they did at this point of the season last year. They just don't look the same defensively.
But
They had
if you
Andy
listen
Robinson.
to, oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they had Andy Robinson and Trent as their fullbacks, and out of their defense, Trent was the only one letting the defense down. Robinson was good. He's still there, but they brought in Kirkes, which for me needs to be benched. They brought in Frimpong, who can't buy a start right now. Don't make sense to
Frimpong
me.
should have went to Manchester United. You would have been playing now, but you chose to go to Liverpool, so that's
That's a
what you
different
get.
story. But defensively, they're poor. They're worse than they were last season defensively.
So what I was saying, if you listen to Slot's interviews leading up to the match, after the matches, he keeps talking about how Liverpool is conceding goals from set pieces. He keeps talking about these long balls. But if you realize that is the way how the league is kind of going right now,
Yeah.
majority of these teams, they are whipping in the crosses, they are playing these long balls in. Now, I don't know why, he keeps bringing it up, but I'm looking at it to say maybe teams have just figured out that that is the way to beat you guys, because remember, when you are the champions, right? People need to find out, okay, how are we going to beat Liverpool? What's their weakness, right? Even for Man U knew that Liverpool's weakness were their fullbacks, right? And they exploited that. You realize the ball was always whipping out wide. Mbuemo, Ahmad over this side. Couldn't even the goal that Harry Maguire scored, it was from a corner. Mbuemo took the shot. It came back out. Brilliant volley from Bruno, which is one of the only things I think he did well yesterday. Brilliant, volley right there from the wing into the box. Why wasn't anybody marking Maguire? I don't know. I don't care. But they look very vulnerable.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of things for him to look at, a lot of things for him to fix. Um, the amount of talent that they had on the bench yesterday. You guys knew they had Eketike on the bench yesterday, 95 mil. Wirtz, 100 and whatever mil on the bench. Frimpong, 30 mil on the bench. So it's like they have all these players that they brought in the summer that are on the bench. And I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa. Is it a case where you guys maybe won the league and, you know, went after the big name players as opposed to going after players who are going to be squad players who fit in and find a role, as opposed to players who are coming in to say, all right, we were a star in our previous team, so we are going to do this as opposed to playing in a team game where you're doing what is needed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a coach, but
I
Well,
think at the end of
this
the
is
day, it can just be summed up that Slot got it wrong, Ruben got it right. The players plus luck just wasn't on their
yep,
side.
yeah.
So
This was a
and a
and
bit of to them.
honestly, it's just I wouldn't say that these guys aren't, team players or they can't play in a team setting or I just think that form you got to really think about form. They're just not in form. And you said it, Mark, at the beginning of the season. Playing in those leagues and playing in the Prem is two different things. And it's not everybody that come and hit the ground running. In terms of like I mean Frimpong, Ekitike started out good. Ekitike should be playing honestly.
Should be starting.
Yeah, Ekitike should be starting. Isak off the bench until he earns his start, till he's match ready and he has a decent amount of playing time. You know, in terms of Kirkes was good last season defensively. He's just not really firing right now. Again, that's for him. Same thing as Salah.